Hello there, chocolate ice cream. Of course, I'm very bullish on PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX, friends. We have a lot of targets to clear. This is the PulseChain price. But have a look at this. We have a lot of zones to continue. Eric Wall will lose his bet up here. But I want to go through something today. I'm going to start with some angel music. Because there's been a big, colossal sentiment shift that's been happening over time. Now, friends, there's always been a debate, right? A lot of people, they just don't see the game like I said. They don't see anything. People are really like self-absorbed, selfish. They believe they are the center of the world and they can't separate themselves. They can't do any of these kind of like weird astral projection stuff and just be like, how does it look like from a bird's eye view? Now, why is that very important? It's very important because when you start to do that like me, you get to see that everybody has a role in society, in these crypto communities. And the best case I could use is maxis. So for example, people go like, you're a maxi, you're a maxi. Yeah. Maxis are not for you and me. Maxis is for defending the temple. You need them there. If nobody's a maxi of anything, then we don't have any community, friends. You need people to stand and fight to the very end. It's basically like a country. You need like your final patriot to defend the soil of your country no matter what. So this happens in Bitcoin, Ethereum, there are XRP maxis, there are Charles Hoskinson maxis, happens in every single coin, friends. And of course, PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX are no different. But the most common question I get asked is, why did most of the Richard Heart coin maxis start also talking about other coins now? So, a lot of people, you'll hear the rhetoric from maxis saying, you failed, Richard warned you about this, blah. But I'm going to show you, friends, the quick version is they're all coming last. They're literally coming last. So PulseChain's coming last. Its ROI's coming literally last, not second last, not that, like literally last. PulseX is last. HEX is last. HEX is round-tripped almost 4 years against Ethereum. And I'm going to show you, a lot of people don't believe, no way, but here's the thing, friends. That's all I got to tell you. I'm very bullish. Told you, I am bullish. This changes nothing. I'm playing for the future. Okay, if you just look at these past narratives and stuff, trying to predict the future, you're not going to make it anyway. So that's why I did the research. Now, I've already made a video to show you this. This is the PulseChain, right? Look at this. PulseChain has been out for 280 days. Return on investment, 0.5x. If you include the time you put your money in from before, it's actually much longer, but it's been out for 220 days. You're up only 50%. Look at all these other chains did. Last place here, by the way, friends, was Binance, which is up 33x. Now, this is a naughty chart. That's not the real chart. Binance from its ICO, which a lot of people could have participated in, it's up like 6,000 or 20,000x now. It's huge. From 10 cents to 600 bucks, yeah, 6,000x from the ICO, smack. You might say, HEX did a 10,000x. No. 95% of the volume was done on the HEX adoption amplifier. And from that point, I think it did like 100 or 200x from that point. I think 200x. That bottom 10,000x only came because we pushed everyone minus 98% down. That's what it is. So that's obviously, a lot of people don't look at it like that because basically, okay, let's get everybody in and I'll get you all to sell. So people don't really like that. We've seen this happen before. Okay, so PulseChain's coming like way last place. Now, here's the thing, by the way, look at these days here. I know it's a bit hard to see if we want to zoom in. Avalanche by day 329 was up 57x. Binance after 245 days was 33x. So basically, I mean, like, PulseChain has got about 90 days. It's got to do like a 60x, like from today, pop, 90 days. Actually, I think it's more like 40x because you're up from the day one sack. But yeah, you're 40x in 90 days. Are you going to do 40x in 90 days? Just to tell you, right, if you did a 40x in 90 days, friends, you are near flipping Ethereum at that point, 90 days. So you know it's, look, you got to see the bridge. You're going to have to see a lot of things happen. You just see how time is moving away. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not in anymore. Everything's fine. What are the alternatives? I don't care about what happened in the past. I care about like what are the alternatives now. Also, if you're wondering why these returns happen, it's because of Ethereum, friends. Ethereum is the unicorn. As much as everybody says it's expensive, it's trash, yeah, they're all marketing BS talking points, friends. Vitalik's a 4,000 IQ genius. He's added so much value to the world. All of these layer 1 chains, by the way, I know you don't see it, but you need these layer 1 chains, even Solana. The only reason why they're all a thing is because Ethereum was so successful. That's it. And remember, Ethereum only is so successful because Bitcoin was a thing. Okay, so, but now you got to say, okay, where are our returns going to come today? What's the bunny hop of value to help? There is none, but that's why you're not going to probably get your 1000x returns from today, because these things were riding on Ethereum's multiplier. Also, PulseX, friends. PulseX is also ranked last. Its ROI is minus 45% after 280 days. It's also at the bottom of the ladder. So it's literally all these. How high can we go? Last place. Look at all these X's. Average X's with 518x, etc. We're like no one even near close. Like, friends, 1 inch is a useless governance token, and 1 inch did a 10x, by the way, in 130 days. Okay. Injective, Sushi, 49x. So like we're minus 45% after 290 days. Like we're way behind. It is what it is. Okay, I'm not getting out. I didn't see, but wondering, how can you look at this information and still be in? You must be stupid. No. I knew when they were making these that something was wrong. Okay, now they obviously, if I knew they would make these, if they did these before the sacrifices, I wouldn't have touched anything. But because I'm seeing these, I'm like, oh crap, something here doesn't add up. Okay, but they made these all like 2022, you know, around after the sacrifices were done because everybody got happy. Now, here's the thing. When you see these, what will happen in the community is people now gaslight you, friends. They said, hey, we never said we would have good returns from day one. But that's a load of hocus pocus, friends. They did. Okay, I was here. Yes, of course they did, friends. They were doing all the ratios and stuff. I'm not blaming anybody. I love maxis everywhere, friends. Friends, there are people who say nasty things about me. I don't care. Bless your heart. It's fine. Okay, I'm here to win. You just words flapping around. Blah, 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 blah. No one really cares, friends. And I know I've got a very strong network effect now growing. Even Altcoin Daily started posting pictures of me and try to like have some tongue in cheek, call me a Redditor with one of the TikTok videos and stuff. So I know my network effect is obviously growing and beaming because I'm doing something right. Okay, but I don't know how long I'll be here for. One day I might just quit, friends. Might just quit. So look, the goalposts now have moved. Okay, so, but this is the truth. The truth is the first 18 months people did not delay gratification in HEX, and they made all the gains, but the last 3.8 years of HEX holders have made 0% returns on top of ETH. A lot of people don't believe it, so I actually have the chart here to show you. Yes, it's actually true. This is HEX ETH price today, and by the way, this is total HEX price. Look at this. This is the combined price. This is not HEX. This is not eHEX. This is eHEX plus PHEX combined. Do you understand? So you've literally round-tripped everything. So on the surface, it kind of looks like, you raised all this money in ETH, and then you have a benevolent god whale kind of like pumping it up, and then it comes back down to the ETH price, and he pumps it up, back, and we smack it all the way up, which is what you see in this chart price. You see, hey, it's time for us to finally leave this floor. So look, I'll be honest, friends, obviously Richard, he probably thought that this would be the next floor. You see how he just was zooming around this for a year and a half? He probably thought up here that this is the next floor and we're never going to go below here, and then we'll be able to keep going up. Unfortunately, cycles are bigger than that, friends, and now, okay, so this is what's happened. So look, man, I can show you the full eHEX chart. So this is what this is what everyone's looking at. They go, wait a minute, you guys made all your gains in the first 1 to 2 years, okay, but then these guys have made nothing, okay, in the past 3 years. So the people delaying gratification are actually getting destroyed. Kind of. That's what, and I know markets of cycles and there's timing of stuff. I know all that. You know all that. I'm just telling you, the people outside of the club who are looking in, who are trying to join a coin, and they're looking at 50,000 coins and 50,000 chains and Pui and Kraptos and Molestia and Igonland, all these other grifts, when they see this, their monkey brain is not doing this four-dimensional Einstein stuff. Instead, it's going, oh, staking sounds stupid. Why would I do that? Because the first 1.5 years people, they didn't actually delay gratification. It's just kind of like they almost got brainwashed by Richard telling them that they were delaying gratification. They just had an up-only pump from a benevolent god, Dicktail Whale, who pumped it up, and now everybody else is kind of like paying the price for these fluke shots, right? That's what they say. That's what they say. Now, you might say that you agree with that, and good. It's not about whether you agree or not. I don't really care, friends. I'm here to win. You understand? Like, just like how everybody tells me, this coin is like really, really bad and I don't like it. Okay, sweet. I don't really care. I think it's too cheap. Get out. You know what I mean? I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm just here to tell you what I'm doing. So this is the reality, right? If you read down here, it's round-tripped 1,400 days, 3.8 years. So yes, I'm just telling you it is possible. So remember, friends, you know, what does Richard always say with every cycle? Every cycle, oh, Bitcoin dropped 85%, therefore it's going to drop 85% again. Okay, if you're going to do these magical top-to-bottom fractals, sweet. Well, now people are going to do it on your coin, and they're going to say, oh, you have round-tripped 3.8 years versus ETH? If I don't exit in PulseChain and PulseX, and I just don't keep dumping, and my name is Rectum Rochelle and BankX, maybe I have round-tripped 3.8 years from here. The next 4 years, maybe it's still 2028, and we are still sideways against ETH, right? That's what they're thinking, friends. It's not me. I'm trying to help you with the psychology of understanding people out here. But the race and cycle is not over yet. So now we get to see, right? Coming last place, this far deep, it has butchered the sentiment, and you can't blame anybody. But I'm gonna pump the music anyway. That's right, friends. You dance in these times. Why? Because I know I'm going to win. That's it. I don't really care about what other people think. I never did. Okay, now, the market participants are just slowly adjusting to reality. And I still collect Pulse, PulseX, and HEX. These same, I don't really care. I think PulseChain's going to flip Cardanzo. I think Chainic's going to flip it back to XRP. It is what it is, man. I don't really care. I don't want to buy this VC insider dump grift stuff. But here's something important to think about. Even Richard Hart's main talking points in 2020 and 2021 were basically this. He was basically saying, friends, he goes, are you stupid? Why do you like the coin that's down 90% and hate the coin that's pumping up? Now, I don't know if this comes back to haunt him, because guess what, friends? This is exactly what every single PulseX, HEX Maxi cops today. They literally cop the same thing. Like when I say, hey, Tangang went up 10x from my core, and people are saying, oh, lottery tickets are scams and stuff. Yeah, well, I've got like 16 working. There's 16 going up. So you're literally, what you're telling people is, you like the coin down 99% and it's gone nowhere for like 280 days and 3-4 years. You like that coin, and you hate the coin that's up 10x already in 3 months. Now, you know why they shut their mouths after that, unfortunately, friends? It's because they were onboarded by Richard Hart. And because they were onboarded by Richard Hart, they know those words came straight from him. Those were Richard's talking points in that first cycle. They are not his talking points in this cycle. You do not see him typing or talking anything like that. He still says, oh, we're great, we're going. He's not like that, friends. It's changing, you understand? But this is how you're moving from super early to another form of kind of early, but not as early anymore. It is what it is. You're not late. I don't like that. You know, Bitcoin's late. Bitcoin's got an ETF. Wall Street's in. Ethereum, third cycle curse. XRP, fourth cycle curse. Doge, fourth cycle. You see what I mean? So I'm still happy to play. Now, also, if you look at the eHEX chart, this is combined HEX price. See this red line, the combined HEX? I actually edited it here for you. Look at that, down 95% after 3 years, basically. Now, it's not almost really 3 years, like 2 years and 6 months. It feels like 3 years, whatever. You're like, when we're almost like, it's almost March of the Bitcoin halving year. How are we still down 95%? But you know why? The market, the value got diluted. It is what it is. So, in a nutshell, this is what happened. Now, it's not Richard's fault. It's not anybody's fault. It is what it is, friends. Remember, crypto is risky. You make one small mistake and change you a long way. Now, is this, I can't even call it a mistake because he just didn't really know. But Richard saw, he goes, okay, people give valuations to Uni. Remember, Uni was like 50 billion valuation when he did the PulseX sacrifice. You understand that? Uni was 10x higher. It hit 50 billion. And you had Ethereum, the layer 1 chain, and other layer 1 chains, Binance chain, hit 100 billion. You see what I mean? So he saw Binance Chain layer 1, 100 billion, 100. Then he had Uni that hit 50 billion. So he thinks, oh, if I make a PulseChain sacrifice and a PulseX sacrifice, I'm going to get a share of this 150 billion. But this is where he miscalculated. The Binance holders are a completely different subset of people than Uni holders. It is not the same people. But in his coins, it was the same people. That's why it got diluted from network effect. We had 200,000 people in the network. When he added now you have PHEX and the Pulse and PulseX split, we did not go from 200,000 people to 1 million people. We did not get all of them in. We were hoping they would. It didn't happen. Instead, the 200,000 people stay in here. Unfortunately, the HEX maxis got brutalized because their value, Pulse gets taken out of your heart and then your lungs come from PulseX, and it is what it is. That's why they're still saying. Now, does that mean the future means it goes down forever? No, I'm just explaining to you what happened and how we got to where we are today. So look at this. For everyone outside the community, the most common question I get is this. Why do you like these coins that come last place and HEX is even down 95% after all these years? And here's the honest truth, friends. I don't bother answering them. I don't. I'm wearing a Pikachu hat. I've got a straight back, like, subscribe, bell button, all friends, keep your elbows pointy. I don't answer them. They're like, why do you like this? Why do you like this? I go, yeah. Because you're a little soy boy and you're not long. And you keep fighting it. That's why. That's enough for me. And when I tell people that now, maybe they go, I hope they go and secretly buy, but I don't care. I know what they're doing, friends. They're circling. They're circling my channels and my Twitter. They just want these things to fail over and over again. I got other stuff as well. I don't know why. Friends, for some reason, I talk about Bitcoin. I talk about Ethereum. I talk about, oh yeah, there's a Binance or Solana. I talk about all these other meme coins, all this stuff I have. They don't stick. For some reason, people want to see PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX fail. I'm like, bro, why didn't you care about my Chainlink? You don't care about Chainlink as much? Like, Chainlink's the second most hated. Vitalik hates Chainlink, by the way, just let you know. He doesn't even care about that. Any other coin I have, Tangang's only got like 3 people who don't like it. Like, well, friends, who doesn't like cold orange juice with 1, 3, or 5 ice cubes? Please. How about your fluffy slippers as well? All this stuff, friends, they don't stick. But I'm just showing you. I'm a satellite, and I'm like, that's weird. You guys really want this one thing to fail. You circle it and watch and watch and watch. I go, oh, you're going to be top buyers later on. You're going to be top buyers. You're going to trap later on. I know you are. But that's crazy. That's my signal. That's why everyone's saying, why do you keep focusing on this? I'm here to help you. I'm like, isn't this, don't you think it's interesting that there's 50 coins, yet everybody wants PulseX, and HEX to fail? You don't think that's a bit interesting? Right? It's not like, oh, dead body pathetic. It's like, no, I really want you to fail. I hate you. It's a sign, friends. It's a sign. You don't get this forever. Once these things reprice, it's game over. Then they're going to be sucking everyone off, okay? And eating jelly beans at the same time. My goal here is to win and place bets, not to convince plebs of anything. That's why, friends, if I told you, please, I've not once ever said to you or typed, please buy this coin. Please join with it. I never say that. I'll go, hey, I'm doing this ICO. It might go to 0. If it loses, you lose. So do I. Hey, I'm buying this coin, or I'm watching this, or I've got a little nibble in here. This is what I'm doing. This is me. Okay? If you think I'm a loser, I'm going to fail, sweet. Fade me. Good luck. I don't care. Okay? So let's continue. Now, it's very obvious, friends, that the best performing asset narrative from the old cycle, that has to be retired. Okay? So that's basically, this is the thing. You know all these HEX, PulseChain, PulseX maxis, they are here because Richard's main talking points from the last cycle was, we are the best price performing asset. We have the best chart up and to the right. Everything else sucks, is going down. We are going up. Now it's flipped. And now it's kind of like, wait a minute, everything else is going up and we're going down. So that's pretty much explains the sentiment. Also have a friendly warning. No one has any respect if you measure this bottom to the top gains. It's only for within bubble community bragging, okay? And it also hurts haters a bit, but you don't really get these like new people anymore. You know why? You got to be the best, by the way. You have to be huge to do that. You can't be like, 7th and 8th. Like, wow, we're up 180% from the low after 280 days. Like, no one really cares about that. And also, the HEX ETH chart doesn't lie, friends. Look, you've added like nothing excess return on top of ETH. Now, also, does Vitalik go out and post charts about the 31-cent ICO returns, friends? So just think about that. When people are in Ethereum and they're like, oh, Ethereum's going bad now, does he come out and say, hey, we're up 7,600x from the ICO? Congratulations. Right, it doesn't say that because you know why? It doesn't work. No one cares. People care about what can I get from you today? And rightfully so. This is the exchange, right? You want my attention? You want my money? You want me to promote the bag? What am I going to get from you after today? What am I going to get? That's what people are asking for, okay? So people basically saying, what can your coin do for me? And look at this Peppy flexing, these dumbbell friends. I'm still long and strong. Hex, everything, beautiful. Now, I found this is fascinating, friends. Mr. BRoots, he cops a lot of flack from a lot of people because he comes across as like, oh, there's all these coins and a lot of them, sometimes they work, sometimes they hit big here and there. Now, I just reckon if Mr. BRoots, if he just basically, it's all right, you can copy my framework, but he goes, hey man, these guys are lottery tickets. The game is always have enough ammo because one of them are going to hit, but we keep trying to find good ones, and the ones that do hit make up for all the losses. Now, he probably does explain that. It's just that kind of gets buried with the external extrovert type of character. So a lot of people, probably his audience, don't even read that. He's like, hey, don't go all in on one coin. There's going to be 10. One of them's going to do good. I don't know which one. I believe in all of them though, you know? So instead what people do is they'll focus on the ones that don't work, right? But this is interesting. Mr. BRoots, friends, Mr. BRoots is literally doing Richard Heart marketing for the first 2 years of HEX. Shocking. It's true. Mr. BRoots, right? Look what he's telling them. He is constantly talking to outsiders and telling them these altcoins on PulseChain can pump big. Now, this is Mr. BRoots. Okay, so he's got the Gucci hat. This is him with Donald Trump. Right, what's up? Yeah. So this is obviously Mr. BRoots going around. So it's interesting. People are like, hey man, but that's what people are saying. They're like, no, you're gonna, this is where the difference is though. They're saying, no, you're already in a coin. It's just very hard for other people to buy at any price because they might be buying at prices that are very lucrative to early people getting in, and they're dumping for their 2, 3, 4, 5 X's by the time they get in, which is completely fair. That's completely okay when it comes to this. Okay, so but that's what he's doing, friends. He's doing the same talking point that Richard did, which is these coins can pump big. Okay, and promising pumps, by the way, is literally Richard Heart, friends. That's why these... Look, I don't have any hate for any maxis. Say what you want, man. Friends, I've been called every name under the sun. I don't really care. I read them like, yeah, who are you? No one cares. Okay, moving on. Okay, are you putting food on my table, friends? No. Are you fluffing my fluffy slippers? Removing the dust from the bottom of the pads? Foot pads? No, you're not. Okay. So, however, the promises of big pumps is what Richard Heart did to onboard 99% of the community Richard Heart maxis today. That's it. Even Mr. BRoots will say that. Like, guys, what he's talking about? He goes, have you ever heard of this coin is designed to do 10,000x and this coin is better than Bitcoin and this coin is designed to pump? You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of those? Oh, I wonder where they came from Richard Heart himself, friends. Cycle 1 coin, Cycle 1 narrative. That was one of the first DeFi coins, which was Cycle 1 back then narrative. Now it's Cycle 2, so it's older now, but that's what it was basically. That's where it's all coming down from. And he's just using the same ones. And guess what? It's effective. It's effective because that's what people want, friends. People, look, I know, yes, real DeFi and all these things, these are things you stay for. But you don't come for real DeFi. You come for pumps. What are they meant to do? They go, man, I want PulseChain to pump. It's last place. I want PulseX to pump its last place. I want HEX to move. You've round-tripped 3.8 years on Ethereum. You have given me 0 excess return on Ethereum. What am I meant to do? Now you're saying, oh, Tangang's up 13,000x or something, you know, and like teddy bears moving and screaming. And what's this P-die? Can it really go to $1? Do you see how all these things are happening? It's just because they had green candles to make everybody more enticed by it. So that's why I even mentioned to you, Richard Hart did not tell people, I'm here to change the world with real DeFi. You know, here's the thing, right? He started saying that after victory, okay? Victory. After you're all rich. Then he said, I'm going to make my own country. We're going to change over the world. We're going to do all these things. You know, it's going to be great. I'll make my own stable coin. I'm going to make my own exchange. Friends, there's still messages that he made. Remember, he made his roadmap, things that PulseChain needs. He goes, the exchange that I'm making, the stablecoin that I'm making. He put all of these out. Like, we're going to change the game completely. You see what I mean? But those were the future narratives. That's not what got people in, though. What gave everyone the incentive to go in was this thing's designed to do 10,000x. You know what I mean? So they work. Then you got to wonder, okay, but what are you going to stay for if it doesn't move up? That's obviously... Now you know why, friends. You're going to need to think about, all right, do I want to live my whole life where my whole portfolio is throwing $15 lottery tickets to everything, hoping one does 100,000x? Do I want that life? It's a very, very tough life. Or maybe you got to be stronger, strong-minded, be a squirrel, hold your own nuts, and do 90% core, 10% lottery, where 90% core is, remember I told you, friends, your friend saw me here literally wearing a Pikachu hat. I will now take off the Pikachu hat and I will now place it on the table, friends, with honest sincerity. I've made so many videos telling you the way I invest is I look at units of time. If you have a $50,000 salary for the year and you have $10,000 in crypto, you are invested 0.2 years worth of your income. Okay? So you say, oh, what's in my portfolio and how much do I make per year? You do the ratio of that. And then you go, oh, if this thing can give me a 20x one day, which is enormous. Wow. Think about it. 0.2 times 20, what are you going to get? Like 4 years. That's crazy. But then you might say, wait a minute. If I was more aggressive in core coins that I believed in and there's more people and it's more sticky, right? Could I invest 0.5 years of my income? You're like, well, that's a lot, man. You're making 50 grand a year, but you have 25 grand in. Yes, friends. Yes, friends. I'm sorry, but there's no apology here. The only way for you to make this game is to take concentrated bets. You kind of gotta bet more than you can afford to lose if you want to get up to the top of the mountain. That's it. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you that's statistically what you got to do over time. Or wait 35 years and compound at 3% and see how that happens. By that time, you don't give a shit anyway, okay? So that's basically how you do it. If you had 0.5 years of your income in a core portfolio and you did a 20x, friends, you get 10 years of income. You basically don't have to work for 10 years. Now you got to pay tax, then you can yield farm it, but you get the point. It helps. It helps a lot, okay? So just think about this once you're, trying to navigate people saying like, HEX is designed to do 10,000x and all of these, okay? But at the end of the day, I'm still bullish. No price targets changed, but now you see why there is a rift, okay? And I always tell you, man, maxis, friends, maxis, no matter what they say about me, I don't like the lottery tickets. Habib, whose fault is it that the lottery tickets are moving more than the coins you promised everybody would be moving by now? It ain't my fault. In fact, I'm a bit of a smarty pants, aren't I, for hedging, okay? Now, unfortunately, I got people saying like, man, the core coins are trash. I'd have been all in lottery tickets. And I'm doing everyone a favor saying, no, you're not. You're lucky you found me because you're going to see how hard it is to navigate lottery tickets when we start moving up higher, because you're actually going to get crushed at the end, because it might do the first like 18x, but when you're up there, everyone's going to say, oh, we got another 10x to go. But no. Then everything comes back down. Okay. So it gets tougher and tougher. But that was my whole goal here, friends. Maxis are needed to defend the temple no matter what they say. Of course they are, friends. I'm a growing, beaming, shooting star up. And I'm like, he's like, they're taking away attention from the cooker. Who cares? And what do you want to do? What do you want me to do? Sell all my lottery tickets and go buy the calls? No. What if the calls stay down for the rest of the year? You can't guarantee me that, you know. I'm here helping you, friends. Look at these people and tell them, like, Habib, you promised me HEX would do well in 2022. You promised me HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX would do well in 2023. You got not only just wildly wrong, you were like minus 95% below reality. How can I be guaranteed that what you say, your targets for this year, are even going to be close to remotely matched? I can't be guaranteed anything. And I've got to put food on the table. And I've got, you know, goals to achieve and chocolate to eat and all of these. Okay, so that's why I'm just here helping you navigate these. But please, don't have any friction with anyone else, friends, because it is what it is, man. Make your own portfolio decisions. It is what it is. So at least that's what I've done. I've shed some light, and you can seemingly see why everybody's paying attention to altcoins that go up. Now it does make sense. Now, I pray there's a rage pump. Wink, wink. If there's a duck out there who's watching, you know what you need to do? I'm going to show you what you need to do, bro. You see this coin, eHEX? You mean the only coin that literally everybody in crypto looks at because they don't like the system? This is what you got to do, brother. You fucking push it up here, all right? That's what you got to do, okay? You want to restore glory? You want to restore glory? You do that. You see that arrow? You do that. Everybody not only shuts their mouths, they buy extra knee pads because they'll be sucking you off all night. Anything less than that, though, you know exactly what's coming next. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you soon.